Learn how to achieve the best smoked out eyeliner ever. Elevate that client's look with this new trendy eyeshadow style. Let's get right to it. For this soft look, we need good brushes. I will use a flat brush, a blending brush, and a pencil brush just for precision. This pencil or crease brush is the star of this tutorial. So let's get started. So first off, you want to start with your blending brush. Now I say your blending brush because most of you might not have this tapered brush, but make use of what you have, but then please be light-handed. So for transition, the first shade I'm using is this brown powder I use for her contour. It is a Fora powder in the shade Espresso. So lately, like I said in my previous video, I've been loving a lot of browns and I've been using it for my transition. So that's what I'm using now. This is a palette and I just sweep that all over her eyelid. Take it as close as possible to the brows. Remember, then keep the brows separate from the eyeshadow. You see that highlighted part? Please leave it alone. So now I'm going in with another brown powder, and this one is from Zaron. It's lighter than the Espresso. It's like one shade lighter than the Espresso, but then I'm going to sweep that all over her eyelid as well, just to diffuse that first brown color into her brow bone. Like I like to go very, very close to the brows. Then go in with your leftover concealer, whatever it is you have in your hand, just to highlight the eyelid before choosing any color combination of your choice. For this eye look, I was keeping it clean, like I said, as a foundation or a base for the smoked out liner we spoke about earlier. So I made use of the 7 palette and I just mix use of 2 nude shades to get the perfect base that I want, because I don't want the eyeshadow to take away from the eyeliner. I want the eyeliner smoked out to be the center of attention. So I'll show you how to do just that. I know you'll be wondering, why don't you just put the liner and just smoke it out? That's also an option. I just like to always have a base, like a foundation to it before I start applying the eyeliner. So feel free to just go straight to using your eyeliner and blending it out. Me, I just always want the base. Now to the most important part of this tutorial. I'm going in with my Tehila black gel liner and I'm just going to line her eyes. Remember to stretch out the skin so you can get a very sharp and straight eyeliner. Please, a little pressure will do the trick, and then maintain a very steady hand and just line it out and stop just at the end of the eyes. Okay, in case you miss it, I'll show you again by doing the same thing on the second eye. So stretch out the skin a bit and line it properly. Maintain a steady line and get to the end of the eyes, just at the end of the eyes. Make sure that you go back into, make sure that everywhere is properly lined. You can even go a step further to tight line. You know what I mean by tight line, right? Tight line means going as close as possible to the lashes. The next step, you want to take that pencil brush, take a brown powder, that's a contour shade we used before, or a brown eyeshadow powder, whatever you have, and then start with that first by smoking it out like this. Okay, just at the end, directly at the end, smoke it out by blending that area upwards. I said brown because it wouldn't look so intense. If you use black, it will make it not look faded out. So brown and the black eyeliner makes it look way faded out. It is better that way. You can try both ways, and anyone you prefer, please make use of it. I just always prefer to use the brown and then smoke it out. Then I go further with a blending brush, the blending brush I used before, and just blend out that corner. I'm going to show you another trick to make this eye look very beautiful. So that trick is to take a flat brush. You can make use of either your powder, compact powder, or your setting powder, and just line it the way I'm doing. A flat brush. Why? Because it will give you that very steady and sharp straight line. Use of Zaron powder in the shade Ray. It's 2 shades lighter than her skin, and that's what I'm using to ensure that this eye outer corner is sharp and it is giving what it is meant to give. This is a very, very important part of this eyeshadow. You see that very sharp effect? This is how you get it. So this is the step you must not miss. Okay, then don't forget to pull it down and then go with another blending brush to just blend out that line to diffuse it even further, so it is very beautiful and seamless. I would prefer to use a powder so that it is not so obvious. It will just flow into the eyeshadow like that was how it was meant to be. I prefer to use powder than using concealer. What's your vibe? Do you use powder or do you use concealer to cut it out? Okay, if you have been receiving value for this class, go ahead to subscribe, leave a comment, share a trick or two on how you achieve yours, and if you're a beginner, let me also know in the comment section description if you're going to be trying out this look. Don't forget to share so that more people will get to see this video. So that is all for this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. Don't go yet. I have tons of amazing tutorials for you to learn. And I also have a beginner series if you're a beginner on how to get started to becoming a professional makeup artist. I'll leave the link to the playlist in the description box. So click on the next video to watch and I'll see you there.